Hey guys, this is Rise, and I'm here with Deathbed 210, bringing you the commentary of the week. Commentary of the week number 7. This game is Jaedong versus Cal. It's actually set 2 of the Pro League match between Lecaf Oz and STX, and you would have actually already heard the first game most likely, because I'm going to upload them all in a group of Haya versus Hwashin for the first match, and that was done with cholera, and all the other games are also done with cholera. So for the commentary of the week, I got Deathbed 210 with me. They're going to be playing on, what map are they playing on? Colleseum II, which is a slightly Protoss favored map, but both these players are at the top of their ranks for their respective races. Cal probably not as good at his race as Jaedong is at his, because you know, you got the likes of Best and Bisu and Stork and Jangbi and all those other Protoss monsters out there. But should make for a very exciting match, and I am looking very much forward to this game. Jaedong has been playing crazy good lately, and he hasn't let me down yet. What do you think, Deathbed? You think that we're going to have some good games here, or what?
Yeah, definitely. I think Jaedong actually is his Protoss versus Zerg has been slipping up, or sorry, Zerg versus Protoss has been slipping up a little bit lately. He's 6-4 out of his last 10 games, but I saw him lose to Tempest in the GOM TV Season 2 Avertech Intel Classic, which was a really great game. But I still think that he's definitely at the top of the game. That doesn't put him out, even on these unfavored conditions.
Yeah, it's some good information for sure. For those of you who don't watch the GOM TV Classics, you can find them at gomtv.net. You probably will never see those commentated by us, because they are actually already commentated by a professional English commentator, better known as Tasteless, from Team Liquid. And definitely check those out and show your support there, because that is the best way to get Team Liquid, not Team Liquid, sorry, but English StarCraft and commentary, English commentary on StarCraft games into the U.S. market, in the foreign market, as best as possible. I think that let's get back to the game. We'll talk more about that later. Oh, and by the way, Deathbed 210, you can find him at youtube.com/Deathbed210, DEATHBED 210. I'll also put his link in the information box, so be sure to check him out. Deathbed, what do you think what we got going here? Are we going to see a standard play by Jaedong? It looks like he's going for some sort of overbuild, at least over pool, maybe over hatch, 12 hatch. Do you think he's going to play it safe on Colosseum, or are we going to see some crazy play?
I don't know. What's the what's the record so far in between Ace and Lecaf? Or I mean, not Ace, SKT. Sorry. Is it?
Oh, this is only the second set, so I believe I forget off the top of my head. I think Haya actually beat Hwashin. I got to go back and check. It's been like a couple of days since I did that commentary, but I think Haya beat Hwashin. I'll double check on that right now, though.
Okay, sorry about that, but I think it kind of depends. His coach might tell him to do something different depending upon how his team's doing, and although it's only the second set, so I think he's going to play a pretty safe game, see what his opponent's doing, and really change depending upon that. And it looks like our Protoss player here is going to do the fast expansion as well, so both doing pretty standard.
Yeah, so far so good. I think that we're going to see more of a macro game here, as I think you were implying. And I just checked up, and Haya did in fact beat Hwashin. Although this is no surprise to all of our viewers who are probably watching this in series, and they're probably like, well, what the hell is wrong with this kid? How does he not know? He just did the other game. But as I was saying before, this was actually done a couple days earlier. So, and not to mention the fact that if you look at Violetech's account, we've been doing, I don't know how many games lately, crazy amounts of games. So just kind of starting to lose track of all the games we did. Anyway, it looks like that fast expansion is down now for Cal, and he's got his gateway going down at this point as well. He'll probably throw down a couple of cannons. It looks like he was feeling pretty safe against the build that Jaedong was doing. Jaedong responding with a 3-hatch, so we're going to see some sort of 3-hatch build here. I don't know if he's got a new build against Protoss, but we know he's got a new build against Terran. So we'll have to see if Jaedong has reinvented his ZVP as well. Although I can't imagine that he'll be using anything like Queens in a ZVP like he has been in ZVT. But yeah, you never know.
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't know if he's feeling like he needs to do something different, but recently, like I said, he's 6-4. I mean, although that sounds like really great for someone like him who's normally 8-2, whereas Cal is also 8-2 in the last 10 games. So I think Cal's feeling a little bit more confident with his Protoss versus Zerg, whereas Jaedong may be feeling like he needs to play it a little bit more safe and not take as many risks, which could actually help him later in the game. So I think it's definitely in the favor of Cal, but we'll have to see. I mean, that's just.
Well, he does have the map in his favor as well, so you could be right. He could definitely have a little bit of an edge at this point. It's funny, even though I did this entire set already, I don't remember how many games each team won off the top of my head, so thankfully I'm not spoiling this game for myself. And hopefully, well, it can't be spoiled for anyone else either yet, so that's good. And Jaedong now, with some Lings out on the field, going to start trying to make Cal put up a little bit of defense at least. He only has one cannon up. I mean, if Jaedong were to do something like a run-by, he could actually be pretty successful, but as long as Cal keeps his scouts out, he'll know exactly what Jaedong's doing, and there isn't Zergling speed at this point, so I'd say that Cal's relatively safe. And, oh, Jaedong actually managing to get that Overlord out before Cal snipes it, and no, actually Cal looks like he might find it. Nope, maybe not. Spire going down for Jaedong as well, so it looks like we are going to see 3-hatch mutas, and now he does have speedlings, so he's going to be able to take care of any more scouts pretty effectively. In Corsair, first Corsair coming out for Cal.
Yeah, I think he was just feeling really, or Cal was feeling really confident he only needed one cannon because he saw that Jaedong did not move his Lings out. He was trying to kill the probe, and he was able to keep the Lings like kind of contained long enough for him to get that first trigger out, and then he didn't have to worry as much, and he was able to get more cover, and he didn't really have to worry about any run-bys as he could see where all of Jaedong's Lings are. So I think that was why he only made that one cannon. I think it's gonna pay off for him.
Probably, but it looks like Jaedong is actually going for that 5-hatch build. I don't know what exactly he's planning on doing. He's got the Spire going down first, and then the Den. I think he's also got an Evolution Chamber going down. Yeah, there's the Hydralisk Den. So we've been seeing this build before but quite a few times, especially on these larger maps where you can get those 2 expansions pretty quickly. And now he's going to have those Hydras and Scourge to deal with those Corsairs, no problem. And assuming he can get something out. Yeah, a little carelessly, too. I'm surprised that he let that go, but I guess he's focusing on his drone still. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we saw this build when he played against Free. I'm pretty sure he did something quite similar to this, where he did large amounts of expansions and not focusing on getting too much ground forces very early in the game. And I'm surprised he's doing this. He ended up losing the game, actually. That was when he got knocked out of the MSL, I believe. And that was a really interesting game, but I'm wondering if he feels really confident about that build and he thought he did something wrong there, or if he's even really doing the same build. I don't remember it as well, but I think that definitely comes into play. But looks like he's out for some Corsair blood here. He's traveling really far into enemy territory just to get a few Corsair kills, but he's actually losing a bunch of Scourge.
Well, it works twofold. He gets the scout in there as well, so it would have been nice if he could have taken out some of those Corsairs, but I think he'll take just a scout by itself at the very least. Should be mentioned that a couple players have pulled this build off pretty effectively, though. In ZVP, I mean, it's a very common build at this point. So I think Jaedong, as long as he I mean, it's one of the best responses in my opinion to the Forge Expand, because you do get the right amount of troops early on, which is a lot. And oh, it looks like Jaedong actually trying to do a run by or thinking about it, but with a Reaver out on the field already, only Lings is going to fail pretty miserably against that. So I don't think he's actually going to be able to succeed with that. And now Cal has quite a few Corsairs, potentially critical mass, maybe not. Oh, Scourge almost landing. Cal a little careless with his Corsair play so far, I think. And nice surround.
I think he might get surrounded, yeah.
Bad.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Jaedong taking out a lot of Zealots there and only losing a few Lings. I think Cal overextended himself there. He thought that he could get a little bit more room, maybe push Jaedong out of his base, but he ended up just backing away and losing a few Zealots. So I think that was kind of careless of Cal, maybe a micro error or something, or not paying too much attention. And look at that, burrowed Lings, seeing that shuttle as well, so he's going to be definitely prepared for this Reaver drop. Oh my god, burrowing the Hydralisk This is bad. This looks bad for Cal, though. He does see it and moves it around the other way. Hopefully he doesn't lose the shuttle, though. Nice Reaver.
Yeah, actually, a little careless, though, on Jaedong's part. He left one Hydra unburrowed, so Cal ended up not doing anything, and he ended up running away. But Jaedong almost taking out the shuttle. Very close, and he is going to defend this, only losing about 3 or 4 drones. So, an okay Reaver harass. Those burrowed units, though, are going to come into major play later if Cal never gets any type of defense. And oh, nice surround, but man, there you see the power of a Scarab just destroying all those Lings, and that's going to be tough on Jaedong. He's got to be more careful with his units than that. And let's see if he can do some better burrowing and take out the shuttle indefinitely.
Oh my God! Oh, I thought the Scourge were going to go right for the shuttle, but they went for the Corsair. He probably actually could have gotten that shuttle. It only has like 30 more health. It looks like. I can't really see because it's kind of low quality, but if he has to be really careful with that shuttle because only one Scourge can take that out.
Yeah, he definitely does, and especially with those Scourge following.
Yeah, if he loses the Reaver this early, it's not going to be too good. And looks like he's actually pushing out, trying to take some ground. He might attack at the front wall, dropping in the back or something. Try to attack on 2 fronts and see if he can split up Jaedong's army and maybe take advantage of that.
Which would probably work if he could pull it off. And oh, dropping a couple of more Reavers and taking out another 2 drones with that speed shuttle. So now with the speed shuttle upgrade, he's going to be able to harass even better. It looks like Cal may have just realized that there are burrowed units out on the field, as he's got an observer floating around because Jaedong was actually stopping the expansion with the burrowed units, and that is a lot of Hydras right there. So it looks like Jaedong may be going for a break at the front door, or at the very least taking out that second expansion of Cal's from going up. I mean, once that second expansion for Cal goes up, this is when Jaedong can be in trouble. High Templar out as well, though, so it's going to be very tough for Jaedong to break this with both Reavers and High Templar up that small ramp. But wow, Cal moving all of his units out of position, and Jaedong going to get completely up, and he's going to be able to attack both the shuttle, then the first Reaver. Maybe a pretty good job.
Reaver down.
Oh man, this is beautiful play by Jaedong.
No storms. Where are the storms? I don't see any storms.
I don't think they're upgraded yet.
Upgraded, yeah. Actually, I'm surprised that Cal hasn't lost this Nexus. Jaedong actually forcing himself up a ramp, and a really beautiful storm takes out a bunch of Hydralisks, and now he has pushed back as more reinforcements come to help Cal, and Jaedong has almost nothing left of this large Hydralisk force.
Yeah, that's going to hurt, man. I mean, the fact of the matter is Jaedong was kind of, I think, relying on that Hydra force. But wait, he's got a lot more Hydras out of nowhere, apparently, which is the beauty of the 5 hatcheries, of course. You can rebuild everything so quickly. But, oh, look at those Corsairs almost taking out the Overlords. I'm not quite sure what he's got the Overlords out there for, considering he's got no hidden units to hide against detection, and there are no DTs out on the field, but he could expect them, obviously, because the Templar Archives. And nice storms taking a lot of Hydras out, and Jaedong trying to micro around them, but just not entirely successful, and having a lot of trouble breaking this front of Cal. I think he's going to have to play the starve game, because I don't know if he's going to be able to do much else at this point, now with that amount of defenses that Cal has.
Yeah, I think Cal's definitely doing a good job of defending. He's keeping his Reavers behind his Zealots. He's making sure that the Hydralisks don't have a chance to target any important units, and he's storming and backing away, and he's not letting any of his units die. And really, the Hydralisks aren't even getting a chance. They're getting, clumped up in that choke and just completely destroyed by those storms and Scarabs. So I think Cal is definitely doing a really good job of holding off these Hydras right now.
Yeah, and he's got to keep doing that if he wants to win the game for sure.
Yeah, he needs to keep expanding though. I'm not sure if that's him a probe in the middle right or not, but he definitely needs to keep up with Jaedong on these expansions. I think Jaedong is expanding in the bottom left as well. And here come Mutalisks. Oh, and now they're going to take out this Reaver. Wow, that is not good for Cal.
beautiful tech switch. I think that was perfectly timed, taking out, I don't know if he got both Reavers or not. Is that an upgrade? I think he's got a Carapace upgrade. He was probably using it for a Scourge against all the Corsairs that were out on the field, and now obviously that translates to the Mutalisk as well. So those Muta have +1 Carapace upgrades, which are going to help them in trying to fight off these troops. And now it looks like a big switch into Dragoons for Cal, as he's going to try to defend against all of the various tech that Jaedong has out on the field, which actually isn't that much tech now that I think about it. Queen's Nest going down, though, so we are going to see Hive Tech very shortly, and I don't know if we'll see Ultras or Defilers or what, but right now Jaedong working off of 4 bases, potentially a 5th if he gets that bottom left corner, which I think he's thinking about. And if he does that, he'll be able to support him for sure. But now it looks like he's got +2/+1, and wow, Cal is moving out with a large force. Jaedong trying to take out the Templar. He does manage to take out one of them, only 2 left, and if he can take out both the other Templar, I think he's going to have a pretty easy time with Cal's force, actually, because he's got a ton of Hydra out there, and with the Mutalisk, the upgraded Mutalisk, he's going to be in very good shape to deal with it.
Also taking out those Reavers. He's taken out 2 Reavers already, and I'm not sure how many Cal still has, but taking out those Reavers like that is a pretty big deal, especially when he needs the Reavers and the High Templars. And it looks like, wow, Jaedong going in for an all-in attack here and not really committing, kind of using half of his Hydralisks and losing all of his Mutas and a lot of his Hydralisks. I think that was not a very smart decision. He needed to move all of his forces in, and now he's being backed into his choke, and I think this might be the killing blow here, or at least or he might lose a few expansions just because of that mistake there.
Definitely, those Reavers playing a large role still in this game. I didn't even see the shuttle at first, but yeah, the fact of the matter is, even if he loses all those High Templar, those Reavers were doing a lot of damage with very well-placed Scarabs that were going within the groups of the Hydras, and that makes it very difficult for Jaedong to try to run away from them. And then, oh man, look at this. He's attacking the bottom left expansion. He's putting up another expansion, so he's going to have him out-macroed very shortly if Jaedong can't defend that new expansion. And wow, that's a lot of Lurker Eggs, though. So Jaedong, I think he's going for this last-ditch effort to try to defend this with a ton of Lurkers, but we'll have to see if he's able to do much of anything.
I don't know if that's the best idea. I mean, Cal has quite a few Dragoons right now, and not that many Zealots, so I would think that, oh, and morphing the Lurker Egg, trying to stop this from getting an expansion, but they are able to get an expansion, and now looks like Jaedong's just kind of falling apart trying to defend different expansions, but now the Lurkers are done, and we'll see how well he's able to use them. I don't know how many observers Cal really has, though, if he's able to cover it very well, but some nice Reaver shots. Wow, killing like 3 Lurkers and a Storm. That is just a bloody massacre right there. That the whole field is covered with blood from left to right.
Yeah, I think this is the end for Jaedong. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this one, especially with Cal up to 4 bases. Jaedong down to 3 now, because that is certainly going to go out. And Jaedong, GG's. You realize it's a lost cause, and Cal is going to win the set to, I believe, even it up at 1-1. So you guys will have to go on to the 3rd set, and that'll be commentated again by me and Cholera, and as will the rest of the sets, so enjoy those. I want to say thank you to Deathbed210 for joining me. Be sure to check him out at his YouTube page. Deathbed, you got any last comments about that game or anything else in general?
Nope. I think that was a great game, though, and I think I'm going to go watch the rest of the set myself, though. I want to see what happens.
Cool, cool. All right, well, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys in set 3. Bye.